Hey there, Coach Holloway back with you again. Been a minute, but I wanted to come back and talk about the Super Bowl, in particular the blocking failures of the New England Patriots. Starting off with the passing game. It starts in the first quarter. You already see the pressure coming for Drake May, and it's something that just kept going on throughout the night. And the sad part about it is, for the rest of the game, is in this play right here, the protection plan is good. You have a slide protection going to the left side, and even with the pressure is coming from the right side. Everybody's taking the outside right gap to the strong side of the offensive formation. And if you watch from the left side, looking at Will Campbell here, he gets his hands up late. Derek Hall gets his hands inside already and starts the bull rush because you talk about high hands for the offensive lineman or low hands. When they get low hands, you bull rush them like you do right here. And he's so effective that the guard, Gerald Wilson, has to get off his man and come and help double, but it's too late by that point. He already back there. Now, this one, again, another good blocking scheme. They call it max protection, and they're coming up against a nickel blitz. If executed right, this should be able to counteract this, but as you see, it's not executed right. So here goes Devin Weatherspoon from the right side, being able to get in and get the sack. Really, it's just the assignments are right, but Weatherspoon just beats him with a quick move, and the old lineman just can't counteract. Good job by Witherspoon of knowing his strengths and just winning with speed because he ain't about to go hand to hand with him. And I know that Will Campbell was catching a lot of heat from the media and stuff for his performance, but I mean the blame could go around for the entire Patriots offensive line. You can look here on this play with guard Jared Wilson, unfortunately a dog too, going against Riley Mills, and he just gets straight bull rush back into the QB. And there's really nothing else to break down other than he just fires off the ball, gets his hands on Wilson before he gets his hands up. Again, low hands, and he able to just drive him back into the QB. So blame can go around. Not just Campbell. Right here, you got the whole right side of the old line going down. You got Leonard Williams and Derek Hall over here on the defensive left, just getting a dip and a long arm, and they just look. They already won because they already turned the old lineman. When you turn their shoulders like that, that means you've already lost as an old lineman. You want your body to be square and pointed upfield at all times. And as you can see, once you get them turned, you can get crease and get pursuing on a quarterback and get the sack. And sack fumble, by the way. And this play right here is just a tail of the tape. Just your average protection, but everybody's getting pushed in. Drake ain't got nowhere to stand and throw, so of course he gets sacked. But yeah, the blame should go around. It shouldn't just stay on Will Campbell because everybody was messing up this game. Now here's an example of how that pass rush affects things. These are a couple of plays that could have worked with better protection, but didn't. So you have here I'm highlighting in the red this post route, and it's a cover zero, which you're about to see in a second. And this should have been a touchdown right here. But, as you see, the ball is rushed, and, like I said, old buddy right here was open, but they got nothing to show for it. Seattle hit them with a perfect disguised zone blitz, where the two A gap D tackles they drop back, and we got a corner coming free here on a nickel blitz, and so yeah, he's rushed, and that's it. And on this play, I'm not going to show the routes, but it was a levels concept where the guy comes open, but again, because of the rush and because of the missed timing, this ball is not where it should be, and it pushes a little too far, more than what the receiver can recover and make. Sad thing is, this was actually a decent pocket, but because of the earlier pressures, the timing and the rhythm of the play just wasn't there. So you missed what should have been a big play. Now we get into the run game, which they ain't do much of. They only ran 18 times the whole game, and of course, with you being down, that's natural. But they still didn't execute in that aspect either. So I'm highlighting these individuals here, showing what kind of penetration and pass they took to the ball, which made it successful. Just a 2 yard run, which is what you want as a defense. They get off the ball quick and get in their gap, and the penetration is already there, so it's free for the middle linebacker to be able to get in and then to follow through on the other middle backer for the stop. And technique, discipline, and strength are all good and stuff, but I think firing off the ball and getting to your spot first before the offensive lineman can get there, that's a big deal. And like you see, the shoulders already turned, so they already won. Maybe things could have worked out if they changed up the snap count. Who knows? But another aspect of the defense was the physical nature from all positions, including the DBs. So you got a safety up here, Nicky Manwari, who gonna be a star, just taking a block from a fullback and getting into the backfield to make the stop. Look, just hit square up, gets off the block and gets the stop, man. That's impressive. And this time you're gonna see a play made on the outside by corner. The running back is gonna hit the gap and then bounce out as he should. That was a good run, good decision too. But you got a corner right here doing the outside contain, and this is great for young DBs to watch. He goes to the back hip pocket and is able to bring the runner down like that. That's how you run the film as a DB. So I'm highlighting Leonard Williams and Jerron Reed right here because they make the play, but I'm gonna show it in two parts. Leonard Williams basically unblocking. He just comes in and chases down from behind. But I want you to watch number 90, Jerron Reed. Watch. He gets his hands up, keeps his head and body in the gap, and then as the running back changes directions, he gets into the other gap and throws the blocker off basically to get in for the play. So again, this is gap control, physicality, and just manhandling. And these next couple of plays, basically what New England started off the second half with. And I ain't gonna break them down too much. It's just to say that this should have been the game plan right here. To attack a great pass rush, you have to win on the outsides, getting the ball to the outsides, and make the defensive line chase. Because when you do that, you then soften up and you break the timing of the pass rush. They can't just tee off on you. They have to stay disciplined, have to stay gap protective and stuff. And when you do that, it, like I said, it makes them more disciplined and a little less aggressive as a defensive line. But they did all the stuff in the second half, but it just was too late. Also, getting the ball out quicker. So, like this play right here within a second or 2 seconds, that's another way to get the pass rush to slow down a little bit. Because, again, you got to be disciplined and got to maintain your lanes. And puts pressure on the back seven to cover too, which they didn't really have to worry about most of the game because of how the game plan had gone so far. But yeah, that ball getting out of his hand quick, and the plays are coming quick, and again that doesn't allow the defense to settle in and just focus on one thing. But yeah, and also with this one, this play right here, getting some dump off routes. This is also a way to help settle in a young quarterback, Drake May, who's got a lot of potential. Didn't have the best game here, but I mean that helps him get in a rhythm as well. But the coaches, they treat him like a pro, which you can respect, but at the same time, that stage, the Super Bowl, he just not ready for that yet, and you just got to help him. Helpful coaching and game planning makes the difference in situations like this. And for somebody like McDaniels, who's been a great OC for a long time, and Vrabel, who's a good head coach, you thought they did better, but they just didn't hear.